New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
From Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, it's New England Candlepins Spring Tournament 2015. In our fourth preseason show, Skip the General Easterbrooks takes on Stu Kung Fu Bergman. Then in Game 2, Ray Weatherbee Jr. debuts against Mike the Tower Kustak. Now let's roll with your host, Jay Horrigan.
Welcome to New England Candlepins. I'm Jay Horrigan, and this is our Sweet 16. Thank you from the crowd. And we're with our first two bowlers for today's show. Thank you, bowling icon Richie Myrick. First of all, Stu Bergman, you're taking on this guy. Do you know him?
Yes, I do know this guy. I know him very well. He's a great friend, and he's a great bowler. He's actually one of my idols, too. And, you know, I remember watching Skip when he was on Channel 5 when I was like that big. So it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, just being here, and watching him. It's fun.
You know, I remember sitting around the fire telling stories of when Skip was on Channel 5.
You heard those stories too?
Yeah, yeah. I was that big too.
You don't even know how bad he's looking at me right now.
Yeah.
He's staring all
So
at me.
we're now going to talk to Skip Easterbrooks, who was on Channel 5 when we were all this big.
Yeah.
How are you, Skip?
I'm doing well. I really don't know him. No, I do. He's a future Hall of Famer. He really is. He's a great bowler. But anyway, I used to watch him, believe it or not. When I was
And
a
how
kid.
tall were you?
I'm about this height.
Yeah.
A little heavier, but this height. But no, he is a good bowler.
Well, it's good to have you
bowl.
back. We haven't had you for a couple of shows. We haven't had you back, so it's good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't invited actually, but
Well, I was gonna. We were gonna ask you.
Yeah, they told me to step out for a couple of shows, but that's fine.
Right. We gave you the wrong dates for the qualifying.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, good. As long as you don't take it personally.
No, not at all. Not at
Okay, that works out great. Okay, we're going to get back with this. Get back to this match of two Hall of Famers, Skip Easterbrooks and Stu Bergman, right after this. Hey, Matt, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't rolled those brackets, so why don't we do that now? Welcome back to New England Candlepins. I am with Richie Myrick, the famed Twitterer and Facebook user, and Dan Shoeman, Gothman, Green Beans, Gothier. We are prepared to watch two future Hall of Famers, Skip Easterbrooks and Stu Bergman. There was an issue with the lane indicator that we seem to have revolved. Who was correct on that issue, Dan?
I believe I was right.
Yeah.
But we're holding up our bowlers. So.
Yes, we are. Let's get to them. Go ahead, Skip. You may begin.
After a long wait, was it worth the wait?
It's worth the wait for Skip to pick that single pin out. So Skip right now has he's out to a quick 1-0 lead.
Knew his second ball was going to be good. That was a given. It's a big bonus in these one-string matches if you can throw a mark in that first one. It's so easy not to. Is missing flanks, missing signals, bad first balls. You know, you've been standing there so long, waiting to start. see a lot of marks in box 2, though. So it's my prediction. I'm going with the mark here for Skip.
The first one's the toughest, no doubt.
Well, if he's gonna keep my prediction true, he's gonna have to make a heck of a shot.
And that's 2. We're up to 2. You may remember Chester Cove some months ago. We're going to put that one in the jar.
Fortunately, this is cable.
It's tough out here.
And after hours as well, if you happen to be watching after 11 o'clock at night in your local time zone. Ooh, a tough 6 for Easterbrooks there.
Tough start.
Stu Bergman up next.
The Hall of Fame may take a hard look at that 6 points.
We may not want to forward this show to the Hall of Fame.
Maybe not. Depends. Stu says, I'll see your 1 and raise it by 4.
A weird 4, too. He took out the back row as well as the 4-pin.
Yeah, if you want to get technical, he actually hit the same pin that...
He did.
That Skip did. He carried a few extras. He's smiling. Yeah, that first box is tough for all these bowlers to get through.
Oh, wow. That'll make it a little easier. Still waiting to see what that pin's gonna do. It's just gonna hang there.
I know he had a big plank in front of the 10. I'm still a little surprised he took the.
I was thinking
9.
the
I was thinking
same
he'd go
thing.
for that pin.
Early on in the match.
At least just to get yourself going with, the groove down the middle for your next box.
Yeah, you have missed the head pin twice in a row to start your match. I was surprised he didn't try for the 10 there myself.
Easterbrooks.
Easterbrooks punishes the 1-2 pocket. Was it the 1-2 or the 1-3? I must have blinked because I missed it.
He's going to want that wood to get out of it. There he goes. It was threatening to be a roadblock for a minute there.
Does clean up the shot for him. 10 pin here. I'm not sure what's worse, the crunch of the half Worcester or a spread eagle or the sound of a curtain.
The sound of the curtain. It sounds like hitting the catcher's mitt in baseball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Checks the 10 out though.
So skip at 25 through 3 frames.
Favorable drop there.
Getting better all the time too. That would touch the 2-pin just ever so closer to the head pin. It's also locked onto the 2-pin, which makes it virtually impossible to cherry pick.
I was thinking the same thing. And there's evidence of why it's hard to cherry. Weren't you kind of expecting it to be cherried after you said it's virtually impossible, though? That's the way the game tends to go, right?
Knowing me, I don't know, me or Mark Ritchie, I'll tell you what, we know a lot about cherrying 2-pinners, so as soon as I said it, I put my foot in my mouth.
Stu has his
Bergman.
daughter and son here today. I didn't even know he had a daughter and son. Wants to get that mark so they can start cheering.
Picks up 8.
And, despite the rough start, match is right there. Put a spare, it's practically even.
That's right, just the 1-pin differential right now.
Gotta get off that 2-pin, though, obviously. obviously.
Puts a nice offer on the half Worcester.
I think he thought he'd get more out of that than he did.
Such a difficult spare to make for that reason. And when it goes, it's a good feeling as a bowler, though. You make that, you feel you're pumped for the next box.
Sure are.
Hey! Nine and a wiggle.
So it's another spare for Easterbrooks. Back-to-back spares.
That was a good-looking ball right there.
Boy, that might have been the best ball he's thrown so far, Shu.
Woo.
And look at the lead.
Yeah, it came in left to right, buried the 1-2 pocket, and that's what you get. But I will say, the 6 pins that fell very quickly.
They did. He's got the 5, the 6, the 7.
Throw the 2 off the wall
10
for the best.
That's the play. That's what he tried to do. Now, despite the consecutive marks, that's going to open the door for Bergman to get right back into the match.
Yeah, 2 marks, he could even take the lead. But first and foremost for Stu, he's going to want to find the headpin. He's been firmly on the 2 pin so far, I suppose. It's easier said than done to move it over a little bit sometimes. Still on the 2 pin. Coach a little kids team up in Halifax sometimes, and if one of my kids on my team does that like 5 boxes in a row, I'll get up there and he's about to throw his next ball, and I'll grab him by the shoulders and I'll turn him. Here, turn 3 degrees. Now you're good.
That's not very subtle tutoring, Shu, but hey,
Usually
whatever
it's,
works.
a lot of times it makes them laugh, gets them looser.
In some towns, that's a felony.
Yeah. We're up in Canada. Anything goes. All right. Again, like Rich said, it's still there, but he's running out of time. Got to do something now. On the headpin, 9 drop, pick up your spare, sit down, you're in good shape.
It's got to happen soon, though. Off the headpin to the right side this time, but the 4 horsemen. On the left, the 1, 2, 4, 7. There he goes. It's a big-time shot from
Now,
Bergman.
and he claps for himself, so he's got to remember that ball now. He put that first ball there, you're going to be getting 7, 8s, and 9s probably. Fills it big enough, and he's only 1 mark down. Skip will want to do something about that here. Oof. All right, Jay, I agree with you. The Hall of Fame will not be sent this tape when we submit there.
Oh, no.
No. We're going to bury this one somewhere in the appendix of their application. It's nice out.
One of the great things about being here at Fico's on a rainy Saturday, as Skip knocks down 9 pins in the 8th frame, is it's never long in between your opportunities to hear a kid scream in the background.
Yeah, they're doing a good kids business here.
Right.
They had a kids league in the morning. There's a lot of open bowling over there. A lot of little kids. I don't know if it's a party. Nice pickup for a spare.
Yeah.
Single, right?
Now Stu with a really important fill here. Back on the 2-pin again.
Yeah, back on the 2-pin.
Oh, he puts it right
does
back
he get
in
it?
there.
Oh, that would have been huge if he converted it. Did everything but go.
He put it in there really nice.
He's going to want to remember that one for the first ball now.
Oh,
A tough 9 there.
There we go. A nice pocket hit.
Fortunate to trip the 6-pin there. Leaves just the 2 and the 4 now. Makes the shot a lot easier.
I agree. At first, it didn't look like it was going to trip.
And he's all over that.
Kind of a must-have. Keeps him in the match.
Yep. 15 pins. That was really a must-make right there.
Yeah, he'll probably still need 2 marks. The only exception to that would be if Skips comes up and throws a 2-fill or something like that. Then maybe you can get away with 1 big mark. But Skip's going to try to close the door. She's doing pretty well here. Good fill.
It's a good ball. Really unfortunate.
Terrible leave.
Yeah. And that wood's going to go see the right gutter. So now it's the 2-5-10. And he's going to have to make it clean.
Yeah, outside of the 2 maybe. Hope for the best.
Oh, he makes it!
Wow. All right, shot of the day right there.
yeah.
Boy, that's as clean as it gets, folks. 2, 8, 10. See you later. 2-5-10, sorry.
I'm glad you corrected yourself there.
Thanks, Jay. I knew you were itching to jump in there for me.
I was going to give you time.
Big 7 pins there as well.
Yeah, kind of a fortunate 7. Really a lot of late action. He held on to that one a little. You could see him. Yeah, he didn't let it go. Lobbed it a little. .120 game. 73. Well, can still be done.
2
These
marks.
3 monster fills. 3
marks,
marks.
that's all. That's right.
2 marks. Again, the best bet is to do it with 20s. So, strike, spare, strike, something like that.
Yeah.
First one's good.
Has to pick it up.
That's right. Pick it up or throw a double. Oh, he overcuts the 4-8.
Yeah, a little light on the outside. And he's still making on the outside, just can't be too light.
Into 10, so Stu requires a strike now.
Triple, actually, to win.
That's
Double
right.
strike 9 to tie. That would be an exciting finish.
Yeah.
Let's get 1 on the board. Some excitement.
Stu's going to see the 2-pin in his dreams tonight.
Yeah, he's kicked out those same 3 pins, I'd say 3 or 4 times.
Four,
in this
sure.
match. 258. Maybe that's his pin number for his bank. 258. Well, I would run
We'll
and
have
get
Jay
that
look into
wood,
that.
but I'd have to sprint and jump
Shall
over
we
this.
find out? So Skip Easterbrooks is going to advance from this game with a 120-99 victory over Stu Bergman. And we'll be back to talk to our bowlers in just a moment. Welcome back to New England Candlepins. It is a new sweater. Tough one, Stu.
Yeah, tough one. I threw a bad ball. I was all over the two. If the 2-pin was the head pin, I would have been throwing bombs all day. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Just off the head pin on the 2-pin.
Yeah, all day. But I didn't throw a good ball. Skip threw a great ball, and he made a good shot in the 9th, and he's already been talking about that now for about a half hour. So no,
it just doesn't stop, does it?
He bowled great though. He bowled good, and I just keep it going. I hope he keeps it going. So
now
keep it going.
His shot in the 9th, good shot, lucky shot. Your thoughts?
Good shot. He's staring at me. He's staring at. No, it was a great shot. It was a great shot. It was an awesome shot.
You think I asked the penetrating questions? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Skip. Lucky shot.
I hit it pretty good. I can't lie. I hit it pretty good.
That was a great shot in the 9th, and that kind of closed the door to some extent. You know, still had a shot, but he had to do some pretty amazing things
he needed
in the 9th or 10th.
Yeah, triple in the 10th, and he'd have had me by 1. That would have been nice, too.
That would have made for really good TV.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But you bowled well, and you advanced. I should have the microphone over here when I'm speaking, right?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. Handshake. So you do advance. You move on to our Elite 8, or our quarterfinal round, as Richie Myrick likes to call it. Okay. So that's great. Good job, both of you. That was a good match. So we're going to be back with our next match in just a moment. Between our next two bowlers, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're here with our bowlers in our second match of today's show, and this is our last match of the Sweet 16. Mike Kustak versus Ray Weather. Mike, you're back on our show again. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. I'm glad to be here.
Yep, we're glad to have you here. How you been bowling recently?
Really good lately. Been bowling really good, actually.
Excellent. You looking forward to today's match?
Yeah, looking forward to it a long time. I want to win one of these finally.
There you go. Have you met Ray before?
Yeah, we go way back, about 20 years, me and Ray. Been bowling together. Yep.
Excellent. Well, Ray, this is your first time on our show, so it's good to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Have you bowled here at Fico's before?
One other roll-off, that's it.
Okay. Have you been bowling recently?
So, ups and downs.
What do you feel about bowling up against Mike? You think you'll be able to take him?
See what happens.
You want to talk some trash towards him?
Nope.
You want me to?
Go ahead.
I will. Don't worry. Once I get back over there, I'll talk trash. Okay, we'll be back with this match right after this.
What is community without community support? Without community access? Without communication that creates a common bond? You can make community by making community TV. Contact your public access community TV center. Learn how you can help, because you can. Volunteer today. When you support your community TV, you also support your community.
Welcome back to New England Candlepins, and we're ready to get our match started between Mike Kustak and Ray Weather. Up first is Mike. And I've got to correct myself. It's Ray Weatherbee.
Not that sound.
Weatherbee.
Right on the headstick.
Yeah, it's essentially still the same shot, Troop.
Right side of the wood.
Sure.
Got away with red line. Actually went nice there.
It did.
Good read, yeah.
It's a quick start for Kustak.
I'd be a tiny bit worried hitting where he did. Maybe it wouldn't carry the head pin, but it's a good read. Same thing. He's gotten some good action for those two balls that just missed the head
I might
pin.
turn into 9. Oh, it's 8, but I'll tell you, that wood is a little unfavorable. It's going to be tough to carry both pins
You know what,
here.
though? He'll take it. He missed that in the first one. I'll take an 8.
Sure.
And deal with whatever's left.
Yep.
There you go.
He got it off the wall. It's a big start for Kustak.
I guess. 2 marks right out of the gate. First person to do that so far, I think.
I think you're right.
What do you mean? The show is live. What are you guys talking about?
In this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
first person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
'Cause Ray hasn't got nothing.
Sorry. Pardon me.
Ray Weatherbee. And again, my apologies for messing up his name earlier. I got it right up until the B part. I just didn't add the B.
You forgot the bee. Well, bees are, rapidly on their way to becoming an endangered species, so I'm not surprised you forgot about them.
That's ooh.
See, I made a cultural topical
You did.
joke there.
And reference
Yes.
as well. And that's why you're a cultural icon.
Well, save the bees, Jay. I mean, come on. It's a pretty straightforward thing, isn't it?
It is.
If you don't like honey, well, then why are you watching our program?
Very true. Very true.
Now, who can argue with that? $10 for Weatherbee.
Solid pocket hit. Bit of a split, but the wood, if it stays put, could help carry the 10. We're starting to roll away for a minute there.
So Weatherbee with 18 through 2. Kustak with 28 working on his second spare.
Head pin again for Kustak. Takes out the spread eagle and the 2-pin as well. Good for 5 on the fill. He nearly made that at 2. Mike's our 12 seed. He's averaging 120 out of Mohegan and Webster, which is a terrific average, as Shu can attest to. You bowl there, do you not?
I used to when the old owners were there, but I've been bowling there every other week now on Thursday nights. They have a good special for a couple hours where you can bowl a lot for very little money. And it's changed. They got all synthetic now, so it is a little faster. I could see a good bowler, definitely averaging a 120 there. It would have been a lot harder before.
Sure, and that's what I've heard too. I've never actually bowled there myself, but I used to hear the dungeon stories about that. So, I mean, Mike is definitely a good bowler, so 120 doesn't surprise me at all. His high single is a 189, his high triple's a 459, and he qualified with a 353 in that cluster of low 350s that we had to reach the program.
A lot of 351, 352, 353s. Well, this isn't the fastest house, and if you can bowl a 117, 118, right around that range for 3 games, you should be able to make it in a top 16 usually.
Oh, Kustak throws the 4 over into the 3.
That was a nice try.
It was. Carried the 7 and almost tripped the 4 into the 2. But that's a nice 10 either way. A good solid 2 boxes from Kustak. However, good and solid means 2 opens.
Yep.
And Weatherbee will be looking to take advantage of that. For Weatherbee. He bowls out of Colonial in Worcester. Averages a 116. His high single is a 199. His high triple is a 481. He qualified with a 374. He's our 5 seed entering the contest today. This is a good 374 too. He had a high game of 128 and a low game of 120, so consistent.
Yep. He gets in a groove. He can throw them quick. He can string a lot of marks together.
Struggling to find a spot here early.
Yeah, all of a sudden, though. I mean, he was the first 2 boxes he was right on. Just didn't get a break. Now, all of a sudden.
So Mike Kustak with a 20-pin lead through 4 frames.
bowling style to know that he slides on the wrong foot. But I had never really paid attention before to notice that his first 2 steps of his approach are backwards. You ever notice that? Like 1, 2, 3.
A little moonwalk. Opposite foot.
It works for him.
Right in the
he's
face.
Right on it, you know? Tell kids, whatever works for you, but we can give you the guidance when you're starting and telling you what the classic things are, but for some of the bowlers who've been doing it for 30 or 40 years, some of them have some interesting quirks.
There are. So quirky is the way to put it, too. There are some quirky approaches in this game, no question about it.
And whereas I wouldn't tell a new bowler to try these things, but if you've been doing them for 30 years, sometimes it's hard to change. And why change if it works for you?
Yeah, Kustak's a good example of that.
Yeah.
Boy, he's right on that one, too. Wow.
Yeah, nice ball.
Buries the cluster of 5 on the left-hand side. Took a second for that 8-pin.
I was clapping here. I don't know if an announcer is supposed to clap.
Supposed to be unbiased, but
I applaud
are there
the
rules? Do we have any rules on this program?
No, there's no rules, just right.
No rules, just right. Knew that was coming.
Thank you.
1, 2, 9, 10. We've seen that several times today from contestants whose balls have slipped to the right of the head.
And an 8-box for Ray. Finds himself down 27 halfway through the match at 66-39.
Kustak working on 2 spares.
Nice 10 for Ray.
And Kustak's got a stranglehold on this one with a good fill.
You jinxed it.
I did, and my intent was to make it more competitive. Yes, that's right.
Did it in the interest of good TV.
That's right. Viewers at home, that's what I'm all about.
You're a giver.
That's right.
That's what you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you noticed, Jay.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Great 10 from Kustak.
He's not leaving many openings, even when he doesn't get an open box, getting his 10s.
Oh, exactly. That's a really good 10 out of a shot like that. I mean, sure, you're disappointed with the fill, but...
He's going to need another really good 10. In fact,
Boy, I'll tell you
I
what,
would consider this an excellent 10.
If he gets a 10 out of this, I'll buy him lunch.
What will you buy him?
Well, it'll be a very cheap lunch.
Maybe pizza? From the pizza room?
Leftover pizza?
Yeah.
We may or may not have
pizza
already
pillow?
had lunch.
Vending machine. Candy bar.
Candy bar? Sure. For a peanut butter cup. Oh, nearly.
He wanted it. Local flavor.
He did. He was very, very hungry on that ball. However, the 2 opens, there's a long way to go yet if Ray Weatherbee can start something up. Well, he just hasn't found a spot yet in this match, guys.
Almost picked it up there. Ray just off. Not bowling his game.
No, not his game this time, that's for sure. Kustak, on the other hand, is going to be tough to beat with those types of breaks.
Yeah, I was going to say, conversely, when you're on, when you do miss, you tend to get those good drops.
Yeah.
That's right.
At least for a while.
Oh, the second one kind of...
It's karma.
Hurt him there. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Surprised by that one. But
Boy,
gets his 10, yeah.
Again with the 10s. I mean, really, he's really checking out nicely and just a good, solid game. In a place like this, if you're in the high teens, if you're in the low 20s, mid-20s, that's a tough match score to beat.
And there's his
right
20s, if not 30s, if he gets another one. Come, all his balls coming back at once. Double!
Still might be.
Ooh!
Sometimes when it rolls in the gutter like that, it'll trip that quarter pin.
Yeah, the weight of the pin falling in.
Nice game from Kustak.
28.
Tidy game as well. Really well rolled.
So Mike Kustak will win with a 128. Ray picks up 6 pins there. His first ball in the 10th. And that's the way Ray's game's gone today. So Ray will end up with 81. So Mike Kustak will move on to play Skip Easterbrooks. And we'll be back to talk to our bowlers in just a moment. Back with our bowlers here on New England Candlepins. First of all, Ray, part of that's my fault because I mispronounced your name at the beginning. I just said Ray Weather. I didn't say Weatherbee, so that's my fault. I want to apologize for that.
Okay, thank you.
So you can blame me.
I won't blame you.
Okay. But yeah, tough there. Just not on the head pin.
No, one lane I was sliding too much, the other lane I was sticking. I just couldn't find my spot.
Yeah, and when you can't, and then you're up against a bowler who seems to be hitting everything, it just isn't going to work out.
It's not going to work.
No. Well, hey, it was great having you here. Hopefully you'll be here again next time.
All right.
So, Mike, great job.
Thank you.
And you bowled really, really well.
Yeah, I took advantage of those first couple of breaks I got, and then from there it was pretty easy. But I jumped on those breaks. That was important for me to do.
And you seemed really comfortable out there.
Yeah, I'm just feeling good lately. Like I said, I've been bowling really good lately. So
right.
Just trying to continue to keep it going.
Excellent. Well, you move on now. You're going to take on Skip Easterbrooks in our Elite 8 or quarterfinal round, and that'll be coming up on a show further down the line. So that'll do it for this show. For Matt Ferrara and for Richie Myrick and Dan the Gothman Gothier, I'm Jay Horrigan, and we'll see you next time on New England Candlepins.
Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.